Today is May 7th, 2024. Had people outside, well, people scattered yesterday with those last couple tapes, and everybody realizing it's Savannah. The guy that followed him ran at me. Her ex-boyfriend that was big in drugs and his drug friends doing this, and with a drug cartel. People don't find it funny. Told you on Sunday, I was in law. Some of the officers that worked the case. They said, and then something came out was just that girl's Facebook friend that followed her around impersonating that judge. The guy's like, it's not funny. They try to frame that judge. They try to frame Ludick too for being his friend and accessory to those crimes, and Judge Stephen, along with retired Judge Pete. And then the Portage County Sheriffs. I told you there was big arrests. The drug cartel in 17 and 18. They said they were using me as a pawn. Savannah and her drug friends were getting even with them. Yeah. And with the human trafficker. She's a human trafficker. And this is where it comes down to, are you kidding me? FBI agent Will and John. A fucking child molester walked into your office, admitted she taped little kids' going potty. That's kitty porn. She admitted she was a human trafficker to you. And a drugger and a kidnapper. And having someone raped. Huh? She admitted that to you. And she had her drug friend stalk me. Now, sextortion act of photoshopping and washing and drug confessions. You didn't arrest this psycho bitch. That crazy psycho bitch came into a federal police office and confessed to a federal police officer her crimes. And he didn't fucking arrest her. So if your parents, one makes $160,000, the other one makes as much, they make over $300,000 in your household. And they come for money, and you're entitled. You go out and fuck a big drug dealer. You can have the drug dealers for the new boyfriend, have the new boyfriend's wife drugged up and told to say stuff. Human trafficked under drugs, and poor victim don't know what's happening to her. Drugged up and told to say stuff. Stalker, Photoshop, shower scenes in a sextortion act. You can have the drug cartel guys go over and drug beat and rape her. She wakes up with bruises, throwing up, heart racing, almost passing out, and a severe personal infection. Going to the doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me. You can do that, right? She can be a crazed psychopath. And you didn't arrest her? Huh? For her confession of her crimes to you? Huh? You ever watch Fatal Attraction? She's it. She should have been nailed along with Dave and everybody with her on that agent's desk. Selling kitty porn to my little grandkids going potty. She's a sick bitch. And photoshopping that washing. I lost 18 pounds before I called FBI. Kept going to the doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me. And she's so psychotic. She thinks she can do this to people? She's in it with the Florida human trafficker. She human trafficked me under drugs to the drug cartel. And like those officers were laughing, we always knew that scene of Weird With Yourself was photoshopped and it was a washing scene. We always knew. And the other guy's like, well, you can tell they drugged her up to tell her to say that. But they admitted they did. It was done as a drug scam. And he didn't arrest her. There's stalking laws, right to privacy laws, voyeurism laws, taking pictures of people naked without their permission and selling them. There's kiddie porn laws. There's rape. There's human trafficking, drugs, assault, attempted murder, and you didn't arrest the psycho bitch for her confession. Everybody that walked in that office should have been arrested. Like the retired CIA agent I talked to, there's no excuse. They weren't arrested. Now I want you to think that's why they made fun of FBI agent John for falling for it. How could you? How could you? And then when you listen to how he talked to me on that recorded line, where I told him someone told on me the night before, you liar. And I tell him about the guy that threatened to knife me at Giant Eagle, you liar. I said, well, you tried to kidnap me before. Terry's seen him. Let me tape her with her permission. He'd already killed Lori's family member. Went on to take Marlisa's niece. He's part of the Florida human traffickers. Serial killer dismembers people while you're alive. I tell him he tried to kidnap me before. He's like, oh, come on now. Even if a church person's seen him, they would never verify it. I know they're trying to kill you. I've met with that family in my office that lost their kid in that traffic accident that I had nothing to do with. Just because a minister made up a shitty lie on me 6 months later, they just picked me out to kill. Had nothing to even do with her traffic accident or her father speeding in front of people wearing a stop sign in a semi. They just want to kill people, making up excuses. I had that family in my office that lost their kid in that traffic accident. And those church people, I met with all of them. What'd you just say? And I know they're trying to kill you because you were faking you were sick before. Faking you got well. It's like I really was sick. You liar. Now, was there a camera above that bench or not when you heard that guy's voice? I don't know. You either say you're lying or arrest you. I'm like, what? He's like, was there a camera above that bench or not? I don't know. You say you're lying or I'll put you in jail. It's like, fine, whatever. I want you to say you were faking you were sick before. I really was sick. It's medication errors, medical malpractice. After a bunch of surgeries, my muscles locked up, went to a bunch of crackpots. They almost killed me. They even damaged my heart. Made my brain swell. Thyroid, adrenal gland, quit working. My whole body swelled up. I gained 150 pounds in a year. Almost died, and it took another doctor to tell me they were getting kickbacks from the drug companies from $200 to $1,000, sharing me with their associates and friends and wanting to do unnecessary procedures. My God, they were lying so bad. They said I had level 2 brain tumors. They caused a brain swelling. Caused my valves of my heart to enlarge. It's documented medical malpractice and documented medication errors. It's like I really was sick before. He's like, I met with that family in my office that lost their kid in that traffic accident. The ones that are just making up stuff to kill people. Those people. And all those church people. And I know they're trying to kill you because you were faking you were sick before. It's like I really was sick. He's like, you need to realize what you've done, and I don't blame him for trying to kill you. He's aiding and abetting attempted murder. What did he just confess? He told on me for calling the FBI hotline on a recorded line. And that everybody already knew. Huh? On a recorded line. I said I really was sick. You either say it or I'll leave you there. I said they've tried to kill me, so. They're going to try to kill me, so then you better say it or I'll leave you there. And I start begging him, please don't let him kill me, please. Then say it or I'll leave you there. It's like, fine, just don't let him kill me. Why would the FBI help a person like you? Well, they're going to try to kill me, so. They've tried to kill me, so. It's a sworn duty. Give me a real reason. Another agent yells out, well, we could use Pete, which is Alex in a beard, her Facebook friend that tried to kill me. Followed around at me, then tried to kill me on 12/21/18. And he left his white coat on Dave's dresser. Or they have it in the back of my head. Stabbed me in the neck, bashed my head in, beat and raped me and left me for dead. That guy. Serial rapist. A murderer. Huh? could always use Pete's tape, but weird. It's a shower scene. In the other room, in a sextortion act done by a bunch of drug addicts. I said, what are you talking about? Because the only Pete I know is my brother, Medina. He starts laughing, stops, you don't know. Then he says something about Pete again. It's supposed to be one of the black and blue marks. Where I just come in and take a drink, wash my hands, or come in, wash my hands, make somebody eat and drink, go and use the bathroom, wash my hands, come out and take a drink in the room and get dizzy and go black. Wake up with marks, throwing up and infected. Go to the doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't even know where these marks came from. Or wake up with marks that look like injection marks. And never seen or talked to anybody. You talk about scary movie shit. Sexual predators preying on victims in their homes. I said, what are you talking about? Because the only Pete I know is my brother Medina. He said, stop, she don't know. I bet you're going to say you don't know anything about this doctor selling your information. Well, not some guy impersonating a doctor. I said, what are you talking about? Well, some other woman was using my insurance before and we reported insurance fraud. And I thought, well, maybe that was one of her bills. I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. It's just some guy made it up. He's laughing, stop, she don't know. Give me a real reason. Well, I tell him about my brother-in-law, Craig. He's like, for one thing, he said, have you ever talked to any law enforcement up there? I said, well, the only two officers I've ever talked to, August 8th of 18, I had to light my security system at midnight. I called 911. They were silly. They came out and told me I looked like an alien orb or an angry spirit. He started chuckling. You're kidding, right? I said, no, I thought they were dehydrated, so I offered him water. He started laughing. I said, then they told me out in the country, if you buy a big dog, open the door and let the dog handle it if someone comes on the property. They didn't want him bothered with a trespasser. He's like, you're kidding. I said, matter of fact, the only people I've had in my home is my family and repair guys and installation guys. I've not even had my neighbors in my home. I don't know what you're talking about. He clears his throat. Is that what's going on? Offers to take me somewhere and leave me with no money, and then the informant program, open account if I got information on David and the churches. So I can do that. They're already bragging to 3 people in the mall. Then them trying to kill me. I thought it won't last very long and I'll be okay for life. The open account with $5,000 a month. Nothing legally stated dated against you again, and only for you would we do this for. Always put it back as if it never happened. You can't be legally charged for anything again for working this case. You don't have money to live on. We move out, even when you tell. But if you try to tell someone else, you're crazy, no one to help you. Oh, I told someone from the prosecutor's office in Starr County. They start laughing till they cried. That agent cannot bully you into false statements. Please know they can't go along with it. There's badgering laws, obstruction, tampering with witnesses. Laws. He can't even ask you to stay quiet. Not one day. Takes a judge and a jury trial. It's freedom of speech. He's only a higher police officer, criminal attorney, and police also said the same thing. He doesn't have that kind of authority. He was only bullying you so they get away with this. He stole over $335,000 from my case. There's a good chance where I got them information on truck it saw me through Michael Peterson and he got arrested for trying to smuggle oil in the U.S. and selling out from underneath this government. There's a good chance he stole $10 million. Like Sheriff David said, if he stole your money, he stole others. He's too arrogant. And for Savannah, fucking Savannah, she may be pretty, but the strippers that helped out because of the drug cartel, they look like models. She don't even rate model level. Fucking Savannah, entitled rich bitch, comes from a household that makes over $300,000 a year. Grandparents come from money and great grandparents. Entitled little rich bitch. now is an RN and goes on and makes that much money too. Messed up in the drug cartel. Human trafficking people. So if you're rich and you fuck a drug dealer, huh? The drug cartel, because you get a new boyfriend, she can call him up and have the wife of the new boyfriend drug beat and raped, stalked by the cartel. Run a sextortion scheme of photoshopping and washing in her stocking tapes and have the drug cartel guys go over and drug beat and rape the wife. The poor thing don't know what's happening to her, and she can human traffic her because she's sick. And sell kitty porn on little kids going potty. The rich bitch can do this. Has she fucked a drug dealer before? People were saying, we wonder if it wasn't her boyfriend, the baby daddy, that didn't torture the fake FBI agent. Where that guy was outside my apartment the other night. We found out she didn't even know who Chris was. They talked about a Chris around me. They even said they erased him out of the room. I never had him in my home. They said he was one of the main guys doing this to me. I don't think Savannah, her Facebook friends, and her drug friends, they were seen around the Florida human traffickers that were admitting they were selling people January to March 19th, Sunday afternoon, about noon to 1. Whatever officer that was watching me, there's a video of her around them and Alex, and them confessing they were selling people. You do realize that. And she human trafficked me. And why wasn't that bitch and every one of them arrested the first day? See, that's where that retired CIA agent, there's no excuse. That agent did not arrest them the first day and take care of you. They should have been arrested the first day for what they did to you and your family. And that agent should have took care of you. And there's no excuse. And he has stole over $335,000 from my case. And laughing at me for exploiting me and causing the hate crime because she's psycho. You ever watch Fatal Attraction? Put her face on it. She's mentally ill, thinking she can pull that and her drug friends. Why do you think Dave's in the Philippines? Get the hell out of here. You don't think the feds will go get him? See, that's where the criminal attorney, the prosecutor's office, and the police, that agent don't even have enough authority to ask you to stay quiet. You can tell whatever you want. They can't open their mouths. He was only bullying you for them to get away with it. He was aiding and abetting human trafficking, attempted murder, kitty porn, sex trafficking videos of victims, voyeurism tapes of people using the bathroom, people naked, without their permission. He was aiding and abetting, exploiting women and children. Human trafficking me under drugs to the cartel. A sextortion act of photoshopping and drugged confessions. Like they said in Longhorn, you could tell she was drugged up when they told her to say that, where they did it. Where that officer said, we always knew they photoshopped that weird with yourself, that it was a shower scene. We always knew that. For we always knew the tapes before were them and not her. January 25th and 19th. Should be around that day. 6 to 10 at night in a legally booked house. Told you. A guy shows up and told Dave the police always knew she was innocent. And innocent before. They were talking about it at the station. Some guy was bailing his guy out from a team. Said if she's innocent, I'll pay her fine or bail. And said no, the police already knew she was innocent. And innocent before. They never want to arrest her. They knew somebody else did something wrong before. It was a psycho bitch and her drug friends running the biggest scam in the world. And all those human traffickers showing up here and killing all those people and taking them. And her working along with it with her drug friends that they think it's funny selling people. Human trafficking. Then it trying to, like they said, it's a big extortion group. Her and her group. People have even claimed they think it's funny letting that girl and her drug friends and her gang break in people's homes, exploit them, drug him up and tell him to say something and Photoshop things and let her get away with it? She should have been arrested the first day for exploiting me, my children, my grandchildren. Huh? She should have been nailed to that agent's desk, and everybody walking in that office should have been arrested the first day and nipped the shit. I'm going to upload